Matilda's always had long hair. When she was a baby, she, from birth, she seemed to have hair, and so we never cut it when she was little, so it just got longer and longer and longer, and it just became this thing where it would be this long hair, and it was just part of her, and so so to see it gone is a bit of a shock to me.
Now that I'm going to become vice president, there's going to be a lot of stress, I guess, so maybe I will lose all my hair, you never know. I actually, weirdly enough, this year, even just on the exec generally, like doing full-time study and then working, and then also had another job outside of uni, I feel like my hairline's receded a fair bit. And I remember going back to Auckland, every time I go back to Auckland, after a couple of days of like chilling at home and just, doing nothing, my hair gets a bit fuller and it kind of comes back a bit. And then I come down here and it's like 1,000 emails and like there's all these assignments, and I was like, oh. So honestly, I'm concerned.
So for my first day of school, my mum said that in order for me to have nice hair when I was older, she would cut it into a little boy haircut. And so I rocked up to my first day of school with a boy haircut, and I remember hating it and hating it and hating it, and having to introduce myself as like Tom with a bloody boy haircut, and I was like a very, very girly girl, and so to sort of have this like enforced, like, I don't know, just as a kid I just remember hating it and thinking it was awful, and like trying my best to look girly otherwise. Like I'd always try and wear pink and like to try and like correct what my mum had done, I guess.
I had one of the worst haircuts of my life in like year 10, and it was the most stressful thing in the world to like go back to school, and like I tried to cover my like forehead because I do that a lot with my hair, and that was not something that I could do anymore, and I felt so weird. I felt like I had my look was completely different. The most stressful thing in the world was when I got my like haircut and seeing myself like lose the image of what I was like trying to be, for sure. Now I'm still really hesitant anytime I get a cut. I'm still like, I only got a cut once this year, and I had an image with me, and I asked for what I wanted very specifically because I didn't want anything other than what I have now. So
yeah, I guess one thing is that when I look back, I don't really like myself with short hair because I think of that time period, and yeah, like I was just like a chubby like year 7, just antisocial, I don't know. So yes, I just kind of, I don't want to cut my hair short because I think back to that version of myself and I don't really like it. So
the principal hassle I have with my hair is that it sticks up at the back, and I've always hated that. And so what I found was that some barbers were good at cutting sort of Asian hair. So if you went to a barber who wasn't really good at cutting super straight Asian hair, it would just stick up no matter what they did. But if you went to someone who was a bit more thoughtful about it, it would be okay. So then I began to be quite anxious about getting my hair cut.
I can't stay the same for a long period of time. I have to change something about my appearance, like every couple of weeks basically. And I was red for a week, and then it was 11 o'clock at night, and I thought, I need a change. And so I went to the supermarket and I got hair dye, and I dyed it brown. And it feels good to change your hair, I think, every once in a while, or in my case, every 2 weeks. I really like it. It makes me feel like a new person.
It's huge. It feels like an entire massive change of you having short hair. It feels like it's odd, but it feels like you like took a risk in doing it. And I know because it's just hair, it's a little weird to say that it's like a massive risk.
I was surprised because so this is embarrassing. I wasn't sure who she was. And then I realised why I was sort of so surprised is because he was cut and I couldn't connect the two.
Like when you were talking about chopping off your hair, I was like, oh, like, is she really gonna do it, blah blah blah, because I know you like love your long hair and you always have, but for me, like, I associate that with your growth this year, which is gonna sound real cheesy, but like it actually is true. You've come out of your shell so much, and I don't think you would have done that last year, so I think that's a little bit of